Hello guys, as the poll said, to start with history before starting with any other subject. The first video is over the syllabus of history as according to the UPSC as it has prescribed. Let's analyze the syllabus of history before starting with this subject so that we cover everything as required, not more, not less. Let's begin. See, in the mains examination, the UPSC mains examination, I'm not talking of the preliminary examination, it's the mains examination. So what do we have? We have GS paper 1 and it's the paper 2 of the UPSC mains. So what's happening is that in GS paper 1, we have Indian heritage and culture, we have history, we have geography. So this GS 1 includes his Indian heritage, culture, history and geography, of which we are to study this for now. So let's avoid this cultural syllabus for now. Let's look into what are the history syllabus. See, modern Indian history we have, that is middle of the 18th century until the present, significant events, personalities, issues. So here we need to study the history, we need to study what all significant events were there, and we also need to study about the personalities, the freedom struggle fighters, and every important personality who's been an important part of the Indian history. So this can also be a part. Then we have freedom struggle. So we know that in this modern Indian history, what is more important is the freedom struggle. Why? Because freedom struggle is again indifferently mentioned in this syllabus. Its stages, its important contributors, again it's talking of the personalities here, and then contributions from the different parts of the country. We also have the post-independence consolidation and the reorganization within the country. So we need to study the citizenship part, we need to study what happened between that, we need to study the polity, Indian polity chapter, I think chapter 1, chapter 6, all can be important in the reorganization. The state reorganization, that is the chapter 5, union and territory 1 can also be important here. Why? Because the reorganization is a portion from there, and UPSC is a master in linking both the chapters or the subjects. So post-independence history we also need to know. Then we have history of the world, which include the events from the 18th century, like the Indian 18th century, we need to know the Indian 18th century, the world 18th century. Then we have the industrial revolution, we have to know about the world wars, we have to know about the national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, political philosophies, communism, capitalism, socialism, their forms and effects on the society. And then we have the Indian society, about women, about the Indian society again, and then geography here. So this is not the history, though this doesn't concern right now to us, and this Indian culture doesn't concern right now to us. So what are we concerned with? The modern Indian history, the freedom struggle, the post-independence, and the world history. Of this portion is there in the preliminary examination, and this portion is not there in the preliminary examination. Why am I doing this? So that we have a critical analysis of the syllabus, because more than studying, it matters to us that what are we studying. And from all of this, what we need to know is from where will we study all these portions, from where will we get our gist, our importance, every notes of this, and how will we complete this in such a short span of time and make sure that we remember this. This is the answer that we need to see. If we divide our history, we'll see that it has pre-Gandhian era, that is all the modern India with the 18th century part and everything. This is the Gandhian phase. So pre-Gandhian, the later part of pre-Gandhian and the Gandhian phase includes the freedom struggle, and we can also know about the personalities who were involved here. And then we have the ancient and the medieval history, because we need to study this also. So of this, now first we'll know what all other portions from here. See, pre-Gandhian, the year is given, what all other resources that we need to take. The first thing that I'm taking is the old NCERT, the modern India, Bipin Chandra, which is this book of mine. So we are to take this book, we are to see to this book and know what all I hear from this book that we need to study. Then what do we have? We have the decline of Mughal Empire till Indian national movement before 1915. We need to know about this. We need to know the India struggle for independence. This is again Bipin Chandra here. And then we have spectrum. Spectrum is important because I feel that everything in short and spec thing, it's given in the brief history of the modern India, the spectrum book. So right now what we need to see is the pre-Gandhian era that we would be going with, and after that we will go through the Gandhian phase, and we will see to this at last, because we saw in the syllabus more than this portion is important. This is important. I am not saying this is not important, but I feel more than this these two portions are important. So, we need to see what all are resources that we will be taking. Also, the history NCERT, as I have already shared in my Instagram page. See, the history NCERT, we will be referring to what all to see to our modern part. We will be referring to the class 8 NCERT, class 9 and 10. So, these 4 we will be referring for now, so that we complete our modern history first. Rest of the resources that anything would be left is covered in this copy of mine that I am going to share with you people, so that we all can together complete our portion. So, stay connected. I'll soon come out with the video with the first chapter and I'll let you know about that.